Yo, if you want to buy one of our Dark Side t-shirts, just leave your email in the comments below. Yo, it's Mr. Truth and I'm spitting some truth. What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? I'm back on our video. So the dangers when you rely on your woman for motivation. So the dangers on when you rely on your woman for motivation. That's fatality. So let me explain something here. So there's a lot of guys who are in relationships, yeah, with women currently right now. Okay, there's nothing wrong with relationships. Some men have had great success in those like relationships, and some men haven't. Yeah. So what do I mean? So when I say don't rely on a woman for motivation, so a lot of guys have gotten to where they've gotten to because they've had that motivation from their girlfriends, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, right? And a lot of this is gonna go over people's heads because some of you ain't smart, okay? And I know this. I'm talking from experience, yeah. When you rely on that woman, your woman for motivation, okay, you're always going to rely on it, okay. So whatever you do in life, when you're trying to skill up for a new job, when you're trying to make more money, when you need to be more confident, or trying to get improved health and fitness, yeah, you've been in a relationship and you've been encouraged by your woman, and she's motivated you, and there's nothing wrong with that. My baby mum motivated me when I became a gym instructor, right? She motivated me for certain things. Yeah, she did. Okay. Here's what I understand now being on my own. I've been on my own for 8 years, right? Here's what I've realized, right? I've been my own motivation, okay? For years, right? For the past 8 years, I've been my own motivation, okay? And this goes for certain men as well who's been on their own, okay? For long periods of time. When you rely on your woman to be your motivation, okay? Now, what happens when you come out of that relationship? Well, let's say you end it or she dumps you, okay? You're not going to be your own motivation. You're not going to be able to do anything for yourself, yeah? It's kind of like, I'd say it's a dangerous position to be in, and it is, because you're always going to be looking to your woman for you to do something, to improve something in your life, to maybe take that exam, to maybe start getting fit, maybe start making money, maybe start making more money, maybe even to become a millionaire, or to start that business, or to get that house, or to quit smoking, or to stop doing drugs. You need to be your own motivation, right? Luckily for me, I've not relied on no woman to be my motivation because I'm always going to be motivated. So I don't need a woman. Now, if I do get into a relationship with a woman, the only good thing for me having a woman in my life is to enhance certain things about myself. Now, I don't need it, but I know having a woman will enhance certain things because she's going to motivate me even more. But I'm already my own motivation, so I don't need a woman. So when you are your own motivation, you ain't gonna need no woman in your life to help motivate you. You are your own motivation, and then you'll get things done because you're used to being motivated by no one else apart from you. You see what I'm saying? So I've been my own motivation, right? I've not allowed any woman or girlfriend to be my motivation, right? Because you're putting yourself in the danger zone. Because when you've been with for years, when you've been with a woman for years and she's been your motivation through every single thing, what do you do when you're not in that situation or that relationship with that woman? And that's why you see a lot of men fall off, right? When some men, sometimes when the man ends the relationship or when the woman breaks up with them, most of the times when the woman breaks up with the man, you sometimes you see the man fall off and he's like, you know what, my woman, my wife, my ex-wife, my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, my baby mother, she was my motivation, and that's why I was doing things. And ever since she split on me, things have just gone downhill. And we want to improve that mindset. You need to improve that mindset where you don't get to that situation where you needed that woman to improve things in your life. You, if anything, you should be trying to better things in your life. Listen, when me and my baby mum broke up, listen, I started feeling things were improving. And here's the reason why, because I didn't have to focus on her. That's why I like being alone, because I can focus on myself and do what I need to do, because I can improve on certain things. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why I don't allow any woman to come in a situation with me without earning a position, right? That's why a woman has to earn certain things, right? So you should be your own motivation. When you're your own motivation, it's just second nature to you. It's something you're not really thinking about. It's just on autopilot. And when you're on autopilot, you're always going to keep just doing, regardless if a woman is with you or not. So this is what happens when you don't allow a woman to be your motivation. And like I said, it is dangerous when you allow only a woman to be your motivation. Okay? Now, if you look at successful men, let's say millionaires, for example, let's say now, even those guys sometimes, like you can even use someone like Jeff Bezos as a good example. His woman helped him build Amazon, right? But here's the thing that what I know, right? I think even if his woman wasn't around, his wife, I still think he would have been able to build Amazon, because he's, from what I've heard about Jeff, he's just got one of those minds, right? He's got one of those minds, and he's motivated to build a company. You can tell, right? But his wife like divorced him, and he's still building businesses and building Amazon to the biggest thing. The only thing I say his wife did, and she does deserve the money that she got, she enhanced him. Because he already had it within him. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'll use an example of a millionaire like that. If you see a lot of millionaires, some of their wives have been their motivation to even push them further. But I know, some of them, without those women, they could have gotten to where they've gotten to. Some men do need that motivation, and some men don't, right? So when you're at your lowest point as a man, this is why you really don't want to rely on a woman. You want to be able to build everything on your own and be able to do things for yourself and be motivated, because you're always just going to rely on a woman to motivate you. And that's not how you want to go through life. But yeah, I'm out.